45 is the new 23. My marketing firm is like a major league baseball team. And when it comes to pitching, I'm the rap Charlie Sheen. I call the shots like any boardroom shot caller, but every pitcher in the league, i.e. Wild Thing, has an investor in the nosebleeds who calls the actual shots, or my team is living a pipe dream. Now in the moment, I have no permanent investor or committed sponsor to endorse my efforts as a recording artist, breakdancer, amateur kickboxer, etc. What I do have is the opportunity to be successful if I stick to my day job and play my cards like the guy with the plunger. This is my road to recovery, from MVP to backseat, from sidelines to a law student dreams. Being in the dugout is never fun. From what I remember, if you ever get the bat, it flies quickly. I played baseball from 3rd grade to 5th grade for a team called Ames and Jamesway. Then County Market in the 6th grade took off a few years to wrestle, but I quit because I lacked the kung fu grip. That's when I found my niche. It was music, but I had to develop my pitch. As I developed my delivery for my rhymes, I began to realize what would be a good icebreaker to initiate my fans to be an initial listener. Then came the blueprint and a book called The Science of Rap, a big word called consignment. You learn this term in Business 101, but you can't be too black to crack, too nice to sin, or too light to fight, too rusty to win. I had to learn to be a perfect blend, the ultimate salesman, or what I would refer to as an academic hustler. That's when it comes to selling CDs, I did my thing. That's when the light bulb dawned on me to the sound of a phone ring. Call up record stores and find investors, ask them to sell my music for me. I started locally at Stedford's on the north side of Pittsburgh, Days Music Mine on the south side, the Game Store in Oakland, a few others to name, Jamaica Junction and State College, a couple other in Central PA. I had about 8 stores in total that held 5 to 10 of my CDs at a time. But that's just beginner marketing. The further marketing is appealing to the stores or wholesale buyers so they could sell retail merchandise in the form of CDs in quantity to their customers faster than I could myself. The distribution part is getting the product in their hands. So after sticking to the lily pad scenario, bouncing back and forth to restock each store a few CDs at a time, I began selling CDs out of my backpack by myself, city to city and coast to coast. Not a bad idea, but the reason it didn't work like it should have, I didn't focus on building relationships with the buyers. I only looked at them as one-time customers and not anything more like a lifetime customer. The thing that slowed my process to being successful musically also is I became a simp fairly often, what most would say is nookie whipped. I had to learn to balance out the leisure side with the work side of my life. Another setback, I became an addict to weed, which created 2 things besides myself and my career I had to support, which was a girlfriend and a drug habit. That was causing my economic situation to spiral. Fortunately for me, I overcame my drug habit. A decade later, making music like magic, it took me a while from me becoming stagnant to a magnet to the fans I drew to my CDs like magnets. But after the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, I was back at it. I released the Illmatic Formula quadruple mixtape, free mixtape on live mixtapes, collaboration with indie artists and myself, still learning the craft of closing music deals. Apartments with plenty open tablets. Opened my career to open the performance arena. I began opening for bigger acts. Still not drawing any money except whatever CDs I would sell before and after. The major, the job, the career, the after parties were pretty nice, but life as a star is nothing like I expected. It's more so much what you make it, a lot of smoke and mirrors. These are the breaks. Some make them, some take them. For now, change shifts. Maybe it's just the hype or because the life was so exciting that the manhood phase never truly manifested in the form of cash flow for me via music or any occupation. The truth is, by your 40s, you should have at least a small car or a house Not just once upon a prince, but like the song says, for always. This is just responsibility. The only thing stopping this is fear or procrastination for whatever reason. Having cars don't matter unless you can keep them. The same with anything from clothes to hoes to the dough. There's a key to manhood that don't always work. You get a house, you get a wife. You get clothes, you get hoes, and that ain't just from the mice. There's an order to manhood, there's sacrifice, and we decide the price. No one can change our path but ourselves or whatever God we pray to at night. Anyhow, forget the rhyming and think about the vision. A rapper riding a bike or a rapper driving a car. Whose album would you buy? Before you even stop to listen, did I need to go that far? Fortunately, I have a big enough following and a big enough catalog and a day job whenever I get out that for me it's not that sad of a song. When you have time to make adjustments, do it. So enough of this preaching shit. Let me explain the formula to me pushing this music. When I buy a car, I gotta make sure I don't lose it this time, which means job first, apartment second, car third, house sold, no nickel and diamond. A good paying job, work as much as I can, teamwork, loyalty in my circle equals a foolproof plan. No daydreaming, reality-based goals, never missing out on my meds. Taking education seriously, don't overinvest in anything to cause me to miss the rent. Mental health top of the list, no buts, no ifs. Did you ever notice that there is no good business without true friendship? Would I be a schmuck if I said there's no good friendship without good business? I just said that. If you want true friendship in your business partner, let me hear you get a sober life is mine. Let me hear you say sober life is mine. If you're ready to meet up to your partner's expectations, let me get a I need my business partner. I'll never let them go. Alright, bring it in one time. Sober life is mine. What's a client to a customer? What's a pawn to a king? A better question is, what's a kingdom to an empire? A kingdom, in my experience, tends to be square. The rules tend to be very basic, very algebraic. An empire can be shaped geometrically however the designer intends it to be or not to be. Let's stick to the basics. Speaking musically, if your goal is to be a music mogul or to create a music empire, you need a record label or a brand in layman's terms. A CEO runs the label. He is the head Negro in charge. But depending if the label is a sole proprietorship, a LLC, a partnership, or a corporation, or a franchise, any of these examples could have more than one owner. It all comes down to the contracts. The artist is the employee per se, the CEO is the employer. Or rather, the label is the lender and the artist is the borrower. The business manager is the consultant, the artist is the client that he consults. The artist has customers. The label has a relationship with the bank who lends out the loans. So basically, my current position in the music industry is a business manager or business consultant. As cool as it sounds to say that you have a label, it's not realistic until you have a brand. You can still release music as an artist without having a record label, just like you can make a decent amount of money without being in the charts with the biggest names. If your goal is performance, there is good money in that arena. You don't need to headline or do the biggest shows either. Consistency is key. Your fans just need to know who you are and where they can find your music. And is the price outrageous or reasonable? And don't be caught up in chasing clout and your shows will be sold out. Backyard parties are typically easy to lock in. House parties are good too. Fanwear is not a fashion line, but your designs can sell on shirts, posters, stickers, hats, etc. to set you up for a bigger revenue when you find the right sponsor to sponsor you. I go through Vistaprint, FedEx, Kinko's, they're all good names. Every city has a print shop. Don't be intimidated to shop with the small names. Mom and pops support hip hop, so smart hip hop seek out mom and pops. Build relationships with mom and pops. It's not mom and pop versus mainstream hip hop. It's you versus your pockets or mom and pops. So what's today's mathematics? What's the schematics of today's marketing campaign? What's a record label to a talent agency? What's a marketing firm to a marketing campaign? Another good idea is to have your own stage and lighting crew. This comes in handy for concerts, as well as small shows, interviews, videos, etc. When you do business locally as well as when you're on the road. You need a sound man, roadies to move the equipment, wardrobe, production staff, videographers. Even if you're like me, an artist or a videographer, you can't be in both places at the same time. You need DJs, photographers. First, you need a gas powered generator. You can rent all these things to save money or borrow them from someone who already has them. If you're like me and staying on your budget is important, you will not create debt by buying or renting something that a friend already has that you don't need. Building relationships is key. Not to sound materialistic or like a clout chaser, but debt is something that no one needs. All of these things can be acquired down the line once you take care of square one. Create a product that someone will buy. Contact me when you're done.
$4 for 20 pops.
Faith is the absence of fear. I cast out all doubt through perfect faith. How do I strive for perfection and not run out of gas? This perfect place I strive for in good faith. Sound mind. I hear a voice say, Romeo, where art thou? What kind of man does my lady desire me to be today? Where will my lady meet me in my constraints? How far in my recovery have I came to this day? What do I do to focus on the gains? I've reflected on the losses, spoke with the bosses, and still I have miles to go before I meet the final one. I got more time behind me than ahead of me mentality from the old timers I met coming up. As I fix my glasses, I think about classes and all the fine classes that I missed. Doing all I can do to catch up. Reading books left over from dropouts whose attendance rates never met up. And then I read the KGB. And this is what it says. What up? My Lord is my shepherd, my rock and my fortress, my Savior, my God is my rock, who I find protection. He is my shield, the power that saves me from my place of safety. He is my place of safety. He is my refuge, my Savior. The one who saves me from violence, I call on the Lord who is worthy of my praise. 2 Samuel 22, 1-4. He saved me from my enemies. The waves of death overwhelmed me. The floods of destruction swept over me. I survived another day. Coach put me in the game. From frying pan to the fire. Clothes racked to butler for hire. Still far from the chauffeur of your sweet fantasy, babe. Yet I put this uniform together. This uniform of bright neon green on the back. The top reads ACJ. Another day, another tray, what they say. Waiting for the doors to open and these memories to fade. Regulators mount up. Welcome to the marathon. It's Wednesday, September 17, 2025. The great race has begun. On delay. A Forbes tale. This one's called Follow the Leader. It was a rainy day in the projects when three best friends decided to pick the wrong day to play ball. Y'all lucky I parked my car close by or we would have to catch the train in this bullshit. Y'all hurry up and get in the car. The driver, Alfonso Corleone, hopped in first and then second went for the passenger seat as it opened almost immediately for him when he ran for the car door. Cesar Dominici, what's up? Said the rider in the passenger seat, who was Alfonso's right-hand man. Open the door for Michael Zarilius. Michael, not Marcus. It's open, he said, surprised. Nah, I think it might be jammed. No, wait, you gotta open it from the inside. I got it. As soon as it opened, a soaked friend hopped in. There were the only three black families that grew up in Little Italy, so they called themselves Black Italy City. For short, BIC. You know, C like Charlie. BIC. Alfonso worked at the grocery store. Caesar delivered pizza from the local parlor. And Michael Zarilius, not Marcus, Michael. I switched it. Cut hair at the barber shop down the street. Everyone in town liked the three because they didn't cause problems and they all had jobs. They all attended the local community college. Alfonso's girlfriend worked as a nurse at the hospital. Turn on some music in this piece. Hold on, Alfonso said, let me call my chick. Let her know we're on the way. Man, you a simp. What? You a simp. I'm checking in. Shorty got paid. Oh, yeah. Maceo Alejandro's just texted me. What'd he say? Tomorrow should be nice enough for us to play 5-on-5 pickup game. He said 4 p.m. You in? I'm down. Then say you in. I'm down. You always gotta be the oddball, don't you? He just got his own style, Alfonso said. Why you think he the barber? Perfectionist. Damn right I'm a perfectionist. When you coming by to get a haircut, why you supposed to be the perfectionist? Zarilius said to Caesar. I'll let you know. Speaking of paycheck, drop me off at the pizza parlor. I think I got paid today my damn self. You want me to swing by or do you want me to drop you off? You can drop me off. I'll call you if I need you. I'm going to see if they need me at the shop. There may be short staff today. Just like that, the car pulled off and Alfonso Corleone was driving the three to drop off Cesar Dominici at the pizza parlor. I thought you were calling your girl. Dog, it went straight to the voicemail. Since when did you become shot caller? Holla. What do you mean holla? He's sunning you right now. Yo, you sunning me right now, yo, son? Nah, son, but yeah, holla. Alright, I'ma catch up with you fools later, Caesar said as he hopped out the car and ran into the shop. Now what? Now I'm going to explain the plot of the story. Three best friends that become drawn into a love triangle when they meet a real estate lady that gets them interested in the business. Cleopatra, King of Prussia. That sounds pretty gangsta. Who is that? What is it? It's a business card for a real estate agency. Where'd you find it? It was in the seat. I think Caesar forgot it when he got out. You want me to call him? Nah, he probably working. Just text him, let him know we pulling off. I gotta pick up my girl from work. She just texted me. He said it's nothing. Give it to him later on. Alright, we out. So again, they pull off, just the two of them. Alfonso Corleone and Michael Zarilius. Yo, turn on the music in this piece. I got you. Alfonso turns on the radio. As they were bumping to the radio, they came to a red light and began talking. Yo, what if this shit really works, man? What? Said Alfonso. Real estate, Zarilius said. Aw, man, you still thinking about that? You gotta have money to get into that shit. Yeah, maybe. Where's somebody get a name like Cleopatra? That's a name for a goddess. I know that. Where's King of Prussia? Somewhere near Philly. Word? I'm going to call the number. I don't know, man. Doesn't sound like a good idea. Nah, Caesar ain't worried about it. Caesar ain't worried about nothing. Like it went in one ear and out the other. He began dialing the number. Cleo, King of Prussia, how may I help you? Yeah, I'm calling about real estate company. What about us? Are you legit? All the way. Who am I speaking with? My name is Michael Zarilius. Like the gladiator? Yeah, but Michael, you gotta be kidding me. Nah, I'm serious. What are you, like a rapper? Nah, I'm from Italy. A black guy from Little Italy? I'm Italian, but yeah, I got a little black in me. What do you do? I'm a barber. So what do you want? I want to learn about the real estate business. I'm not a professor, but if you want to schedule an appointment, I have a few properties. What's your budget like? I'm a barber. So you don't have a budget? What's that? How much money do you have saved in the bank? I don't like to talk about business on the phone. Can you meet me on Monday? Make it Tuesday. Tuesday at 11 a.m. Make it 1 p.m. Don't be late. Click. She sounded real important. Yeah, real important. You don't have a budget. What's that got to do with anything? Caesar's gonna be real mad. Caesar ain't worried about nothing. Caesar actually got a bag. He got a budget? What's wrong with you, man? This man goes to work every day. So do I. You're a barber. Besides that, what are you gonna say? To who? To Caesar. I thought you said he ain't worried about nothing. You said he ain't worried about nothing. What if he likes this chick? Yeah, you right. I didn't think about that. Hold on. My phone ringing. Who's that? Caesar, what's good? Tell him we almost to the hospital and we about to go pick up my girl. He said we about to go pick up his girl. We almost there. Alright, come and get me afterwards. I'm done. He said, cool. We coming to get you. Alright, peace. Peace. Son. I feel like life has some of you in a place where the word drought is not an unfamiliar term with you on days like this. Is that a fair statement? How many of you feel that you're in a creative drought right now? How many of you would say that this drought has been as long as 3 months? 6 months? A year? 2 years? 3 to 5 years? That's a minute, son. Sober life is yours. What was the last great experience prior to experiencing your creative drought, rearing its creative head in such a creative way in your drought-like moment for life. Would it be fair to say a heartbreak or some form of loss in the form of friendship gone bad caused your drought creatively to become more of a reality than when you were still in contact with that person, friend, etc.? How many of you are experiencing a creative drought because of the passing of a loved one? How about the loss of a job? Sickness, disability? Anyone? I want you to be blessed because sober life is yours. If you've been sober for one day, I want to hear you say sober life is mine. A week, a month, 3 months, 6 months. What are some things you could do to pass the time while you're trying to get these creative juices flowing again? Would it be a fair statement to say that some of you have a fear of rejection in meeting and making new friends, colleagues, acquaintances, etc.? Damn, that's original, son. Sober life is yours. This is the collective body of Muscle Management Academy. We welcome you to this MMA group for amateur contenders seeking conflict resolution through simple breathing exercises, stress management routines to improve total health, so we may be ready to properly handle ourselves during any emergency. We by no means express to be the end-all solution for managing stress. When you're facing your daily challenges, we offer only a judge-free environment where any beginner may find a toxic-free dojo to mold the power of silence into the art of self-defense over violent offenders in the community. In the Muscle Management Academy, we follow a program adopted from anger management, NA, AA, and other such programs to balance out and structure our program. We also take steps to ensure that each member's confidentiality remain that for integrity's sake to keep us all safe from harm during our road to sobriety and restoring our total health and positive attitudes. This is Life Road Mentors. Welcome to Muscle Management Academy. How it works. We remain fit through self-awareness, self-evaluation. Through this state of being, the sober life, our lives become manageable. We came to realize through Coursera, EDX, APS, and other technical schools the power to serve and protect is within our reach. And through the perfecting of our skills that we've honed, we have the ability to serve ourselves and our community. We made the decision to transform from numerator to denominator in our life, to protect our faith, which is our beliefs via mixed martial arts, mantras, devotions, silent meditation. And in this silence, we do not search for answers that one may audibly hear with the ear, rather the transformation of our body, mind, and soul into the fine-tuned instruments that are ready to respond to the calamities this world may at times hand us. We are willing to find others in this tangible realm and make ourselves do the renovation and polishing of our own characters. We are not too proud to seek restoration to our colleagues and acquaintances. We made a list of reachable goals and will reach them. We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would be a liability and not a help. We continue to keep personal inventory and admit when something needs adjusted and make time each day and when necessary to do so. We sought through honest and genuine ways of humility of what we could do to sacrifice for our community through volunteering, save the humiliation. Now that we have had the desire, we have found the motivation to help others rekindle the awakening of a foundation of vibrations which resonate through love, peace, harmony, tolerance, and patience, through martial arts and stress management. How it works. How it works. We remain fit through self-awareness, self-evaluation. Through this state of being, the sober life, our lives become manageable. We came to realize through Coursera, EDX, APS, and other technical schools the power to serve and protect is within our reach. And through the perfecting of our skills that we've honed, we have the ability to serve ourselves and our community. We made the decision to transform from numerator to denominator in our life, to protect our faith, which is our beliefs via mixed martial arts, mantras, devotions, silent meditation. And in this silence, we do not search for answers that one may audibly hear with the ear, rather the transformation of our body, mind, and soul into the fine-tuned instruments that are ready to respond to the calamities this world may at times hand us. We are willing to find others in this tangible realm and make ourselves do the renovation and polishing of our own characters. We are not too proud to seek restoration to our colleagues and acquaintances. We made a list of reachable goals and will reach them. We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would be a liability and not a help. We continue to keep personal inventory and admit when something needs adjusted and make time each day and when necessary to do so. We sought through honest and genuine ways of humility of what we could do to sacrifice for our community through volunteering, save the humiliation. Now that we have had the desire, we have found the motivation to help others, rekindle the awakening of a foundation of vibrations which resonate through love, peace, harmony, tolerance, and patience, through martial arts and stress management. How it works. Hi, this is Donnie from Stackbooks Foundation. How you doing today? Fine, may I help you? Absolutely, I want to tell you about a great offer that will change your life like you never imagined. Are you perhaps a college graduate? Yes. So you support academics, great. All jokes aside, Stackbooks Foundation is an LLC that values books and reading tremendously. Great icebreaker, right? It's cool. Nice. As one of my favorite authors puts it, stories have a way of transforming lives, and I'm highly motivated to witness the transformation of the lives who take time to hear our stories. Quick story? Yeah. In my experience, every college has a drama club or two, a student organization dedicated to each drama club, and a way for outside members of the community to be a part of them and their transformation as well. Did I lose you? Nope. Through our open dialogue for wordsmiths, playwrights, playmakers, etc., many of our associated writers found the means to pay their way through college and make some extra money while they're at it, by sharing their gifts and ideas and breakthrough stories with us. Our catalog hosts a roster of amateur athletes, musicians, comedians, mini icons from all around the world. Our members now own cars they aren't ashamed to drive, even homes, and to think it was all a dream. So what we're doing currently is recruiting members to our website, which gives them the opportunity to share their breakthrough story with as many listeners as you can dream. Each recruit gets a profile page and will receive a free copy of the book of the month, including web tools to enhance your webinar, your business if you have one, a template to help you lay the foundation if you haven't but always dreamed of starting one. So what exactly in your words is your breakthrough story? Do you know what I mean by breakthrough story? Have you ever dreamed of doing anything outside of what you're doing right now? How would you accomplish that if you had the means to do it all right now? Would a website help you enhance your dream, business idea, etc. for starts? Nice. Many of our headliners from our roster of mini icons began through a program of book writers who help you package your press kit, resume, business plan, memoir, even biography if desired. Do you have a resume or a LinkedIn or Indeed? I would like to welcome you to our website. If you have a pen, then please take this down. It's www.latinolostudent.wixsite.com/stack. Would you like me to send you the link? Lastly, I want you to think, just think. What if you could just blink your stress away? Would you open your eyes and be on the same treadmill delivering food, backpedaling, or would you be in the Caribbean, not some bohemian raspity backpack rapper trying to pass Magellan's twin? The script. Right now, I'm gonna offer you a membership to our program for $9.99 a month, which comes with a profile page to our website, a one-page business plan put together by our exclusive team of business planners, a list of benefits such as industry contacts, both numbers and direct emails to your favorite celebrity icon, mini icon, so you don't have to feel like a troll your whole life, afraid to approach the very industry giants who could change your life forever once you've been groomed to perfection by our elite business coaches who will help you set up your first interview with your dream boss at your dream job free of charge. Sounds boss, right? Cool. Then let's get you prepped and have you leveling up like a boss for the first installment. That be debit or credit. You picked a great time to join our program. After I finish processing your details, you should receive an email with a link to the website so you can begin creating your profile instantly. So whenever you're ready, this 16. Name, address, the 3 in the back, expiration, sent. Great, you've been accepted. Now check your email and let me know when you see it. And I would like to be the first one to welcome you to the program. Welcome to the program you're in. Don't forget you may cancel your order at any time.